Listen, I'm gonna start off like this. I'm gonna start off like this. Give me a minute. Make sure that shit. I'm gonna start off like this. I don't believe, me personally, that a lot of the things that these current day and even past day Christians truly like understand the aspects of the omnipotence of the quote unquote God. You know what I mean? Whoever you feel is the creator. I think that we try to label him with logic. We try to label him with good or bad. I don't think he's neither. That's just me personally. I think that God takes life, no good or bad from that, and he gives life, no good or bad from that. So that's just me. Now, my thoughts is probably different from Miss Jasmine's thoughts and clearly different from Christian thoughts. But this shit had me rolling a little bit because it's kind of like the aspect of a black woman literally describing herself as not being a white apologist while defending them for their behaviors because of Jasmine's words being quote unquote cruel and ungodlike. You know what I mean? Which is weird when you think about it. It's real nasty how this game is set up. And this is why I understand why a lot of black people kind of like say fuck all of this shit when it comes to, like, they say fuck all of this shit when it comes to Christianity and most religions, to be honest with you. Like, even when it comes to Islam, there are aspects of, I remember a Muslim brother telling me stories of why Malcolm X said nah from, you know what I mean, the fruit of Islam. You know what I mean? He said nah. He wanted to go back to the actual roots of Islam, right? It's like it's so many sectors and sects of SECT, sects of different religions. Like, it's kind of nasty, man. It gets spooky. It gets spooky as hell, bro. But I'm gonna play this real quick, and I'm gonna play a couple of them actually.
Fast. So you mentioned not giving God a pass for slavery. I'm black too. I don't think slavery was right at all. And you said giving God a pass, but do you think God is giving those men and the ideologies and the systems
waiting till they get to heaven or waiting to get to hell? Yes, I think that's giving
He's
them a
storing
pass.
up
Waiting
wrath
to
for
get
the day
into
of
heaven or
judgment.
waiting
So
to get
it would be
giving them a
better for
pass.
God to wait. I don't think it's giving God a pass, but
She doesn't think that it's giving God a pass because, I mean, giving them a pass, God is giving them a pass because they should get their justice right then and there when they do wrong. That's what Jasmine believes is what I'm hearing is correct. Because the pass is, why would you allow them to over 400 years thrive? And they're still thriving, right? And we've been taught by the same religion to hate our skin. We've been taught that we came from hell and we had to do the best that we could. That's why we were slaves, to not be slaves anymore, because we were inherently evil. That's what their religion taught us. You understand what I mean? So I can understand why black people go, I really don't trust this religion because it comes from you and your people, and you and your people have enslaved us. Now, you may be a good person right now, but let's just keep it a buck. A lot of you motherfuckers is not fucking kind and nice. I'm just keep it a buck. Like, it's like the saying goes, like, we're doing better as a people, as black people, but we're not well. We're doing better as black people, but we're not well. Don't let that go over your head, bro. A lot of people think that we're doing both
I don't think
well
that's God,
and better.
Giving the enslavers a pass at all, because he's merciful and he's just, right? God is going to avenge.
But to her point, to counteract what Jasmine is saying, I also believe that God is not going to move on our time, be it your justice or your revenge, or even seeking reconcile of some type of reward of what you went through. I think that we look at God like he's a human being. We look at Jesus like he's a human being. We look at all of these things in a matter of they understand us. That's why it's like it's crazy that I'm about to say this shit, but it's almost like a parasocial type of connection that we have with God, a God that we don't know how we are created or how we came into being or how we even know the aspect of a soul. Like, just going back to the aspect of what is a fucking soul. You know what I mean? I love watching anime because all of these type of topics, they love diving deep into these type of topics. Even if it brushes over it, skims over it. I love watching anime because of that very reason alone.
That's right. So in a Christian perspective, it's better that we wait, that God wait.
Understood.
And it would be more.
It would have been better had God never provided the colonizers. It would have been better had God never provided the enslavers. It would have been better had God never provided or created Satan to sin, and then all of us had to sin.
Now listen to what she said. It would have been better if she did not provide the colonizers. She didn't say white people provide the colonizers, but it would have been better if he didn't provide Satan to sin. She didn't say white people, but get how quickly this black person bends and contorts herself to defend white people, and then hears herself and says, quickly try to clean it up, I'm not a white apologist. But it's crazy, and it's like, it literally proves this clip alone proves the indoctrination of a lot of our black people. And again, I'm not saying that Christianity is all wrong. You can get bits and pieces of all stories. The thing is about the aspect of taking what you can, spitting out the bones. Taking what you believe, spitting out the bones. That's just me personally. Because when you truly are conscious and black, James Baldwin, when you're truly conscious and black, you're at a constant state of rage. This is the same Bible that they sold to you when they sold you over the fucking slave ships. This is the same Bible when they got over there, converting kings and queens into Christianity. Fuck your own religion that you have. Get on to this shit. The Native Americans, the Spaniards, like the whole word Christian was supposed to be a slanderous name to the people that followed Jesus. It was more so a fucking name calling before it was ever an aspect of when you say Christian, you thought of something good. It was a slander upon people's name. But it's like the modern day age. You know what I mean?
But it's just been better from a non-believer standpoint.
Okay, but a white person might not feel that way. Of course they wouldn't.
A white person may not feel that way. Why? Because they feel as though, like, she took what the colonizers did and basically saying that the colonizers shouldn't be here. She took that as she's specifically talking about white people, right? She said colonizers. Words are important. She said colonizers. So be it Asian, Spanish, shit. Even if it was black people that were colonizing, get them the fuck out of here.
Giving contextual advice. And for you to say it's better that the colonizers would not be, so that like a white person would not feel that way. And I'm not a white apologist. So
no, I
I'm
understand.
just giving you that much.
I know. They wouldn't feel that way, of course.
But I'm just giving you that much.
I know. They wouldn't.
Just listen to that.
Never provided or created Satan to sin, and then all of us colonizers. It would have been better had God never provided the enslavers. It would have been better had God never provided or created Satan to sin, and then all of us had to sin.
I understand.
Okay, but
she's listening to respond rather than to understand. You understand what I mean? She's listening to respond rather than to understand. This is just one clip. I'm gonna show another one.
A person might not feel that way.
Of course they wouldn't.
Just giving contextual advice. And for you to say it's better that the colonizers would not be, so that like a white person would not feel that way. And I'm not a white.
Of course they wouldn't fucking feel that way, black lady. Do you like? It's almost as like you can see the contortion. They gotta contort their bodies. I got this type of ideology of basically black people contorting themselves to basically please the white presence around them, please the white gaze, contorting themselves because they don't want to offend white people. Fuck them. Fuck them. How do you feel about your life right now? How do you feel about your life right now as a black woman? Truly, dog, the fact that you have to contort yourself in this conversation just to apologize for them. You're defending them. Let's call it what it is. White people may not feel so appreciative of your saying that they shouldn't be here as colonizers. White people wouldn't feel that way. Of course that's the fucking point. That's the fucking point. It blows my mind. We're going to go to the next one. That shit blew my fucking mind, dog.
We believe that the Bible is inspired by the Holy Spirit, and God is an eternal and living God. So if he's an eternal and living God, it doesn't matter who picked up a pen and wrote on a scroll, because God is forever and everlasting.
Why does it matter?
You can't tell a story 40,000.
Why would it not matter? You know what the fuck Hitler did when it came to the fucking Bible? When it came to the motherfucking, what they listened to? Are we serious right now?
1,000 years later and think that that story is going to be what it was when that person was not present for the story. We cannot say that. You were not there for when Jesus died on the cross, so we don't know exactly who was crying besides who was stated to have been crying. Other people may have been crying. We don't know exactly.
And what's crazy is I see so many black women. Contorting their faces, screwed up. They're disgusted almost. It's disgusting to them. If it's so disgusting, why are you there trying to convert her? Truth be told, even if I was a hardcore Christian, I wouldn't even be sitting at a fucking Jubilee or whatever they fucking at to 20 versus 1 New Age believer. 20 Christians, I wouldn't be there. That's not my job or my place. That's God's place. That's God's job. You're moving like Jehovah's Witness. I said Jehovah's Christians. You're moving like Jehovah's Witness.
Who was in the crowd spitting on him, blah, 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 by name. But what I'm saying is, it matters who was there present to write the story, because that's what we consider in modern times still to be the most relevant account of something. If you
look at their faces, and it's mostly black women, dog.
You were not there for something that happened to me, you cannot tell me about something that happened to me because you were not there.
Correct.
Listen, I don't fully agree with everything like New Agers, like Miss Jasmine, but I understand. Same thing, vice versa. I don't agree with everything when it comes to the hardcore Christians, even Christians is just in general, but I understand. I think that me personally, want to give my opinion, I think that the Bible was not meant for religion. It was meant for law of the land. Now, take that information what you will, but I personally believe that religion was made for the order of human beings, to keep you and me in fucking check. Before they had justice, judicial system, executive branches, and all that shit, it was religion. And they went to war for that shit, just like they're going to war currently. But my personal opinion is, I understand both sides. I think that the aspect of trying to convert the other side is where we get it wrong. I think that although I can see where Bibles teach people, I'm not going to tell a person to stop reading the Bible because of the beliefs that I have of it being changed over and over again. If they can take what they can out of that Bible and spit out the bones, that's the job. The job was done to be a better human being on this earth, to walk righteous, to make sure that you believe, pray, eat better, make sure that you understand that every day can be a possible new ability to be able to change your future. It's not pessimistic. You understand what I mean? There is for versions of the fucking shit. I've heard Christians say that we need to bring back the fire and brimstone back. You understand what I mean? Bring that Bible back, the real King James. But that's just my thoughts on it. I seen this shit on. I said I had to make a video about this. But like that, we gon' bun kai.